Alright, hey guys, this is Ruben here, and yeah, just as per request, I would just like to make up this little video just so that you guys can see more or less how Planning Center works, where you can find it, and yeah, just to discuss a few reasons for why I believe that this can help us to be more effective as worship leaders. Okay, so let me just go to my browser, just any browser from Google. You just type in Planning Center Online and click on the link. So I will just put in my login details in here, unless my browser remembers all the passwords. Okay, so for this specific application, the security on my browser allows automatic login, so that's fine. So what you see here is basically the main screen, or the face of Planning Center, which is the services section. So you can just click on that and see you have accounts, check-ins, people, registrations, and services. But we are mainly going to work on services, so let's just focus on that for today. So basically what you have here is just EWS, Sangdang Cheongju, which is our group, and this is just my account. So on the top bar, let's just take that one first. You have the plans, which are all the dates that I put in here. So you can add a plan or a template or whatever. So I created a template, and then basically you just paste that template on all the Sundays of the upcoming 2 months. So you can just click on any one, whichever is the date that you are going to lead worship. You click on July 31st, which is the date that I would be leading worship, and then just click on that, and then it'll take me to the editing page where I can edit the whole format for the service. Okay. Before we get there, I would just like to show a few other things around here also. You have some Planning Center documentation, there's a Planning Center blog and Planning Center tutorials, which can also help you a lot with maybe some of the questions you might have after this, and give you a very good idea of more in-depth or more detail if you require that. Okay, but this is just basic or standard procedure. So you know that you're going to lead worship, let's say on July the 31st. You click on that and it will open the template, the pre-saved template. So as it opens that up, you see the screen changes quite a bit. So we are now focused on the template only. So the template basically says the welcome, you have praise and worship, confession of faith, then the scripture reading, then the sermon, and then the offering, and then the benediction song, which I just put in there just for today, just to kind of give some structure on the service. Obviously these are things that you can edit, that you can change, so if it so happens that we should rather give it a different name or put in a few things or take some of them out, you can do that also. So this is just a standard template that I put in just for this video. Here you can see that I've already been scheduled as a worship leader. So at the top here it gives me this little question mark, so I can click accept or decline. So if I just click accept, then whomever sent me that request can now see on Planning Center that I have accepted. Okay, so you as the worship leader, let's start with that. You have some songs in your heart that you felt that will be the main songs that will be used for that specific service, and you are then going to go to the praise and worship part. So you just click on that green little plus sign, and that opens up a window which you can add an item to. Okay, so I want to link a song, right? when I click on this, it goes to add a song, and these are preloaded songs. These songs I put into the base or the mainstream already, and you can then just select from the song base which songs you are going to use. So let's just choose anyone here. Let's say 10,000 Reasons. So we click on that, and then it throws out everything. It's roughly 6 minutes long. The sequence of the song is a chorus, then the verse, then the chorus, then verse 2, then the chorus, verse 3, and then repeat the chorus up until the end of the song. So here I have some item notes and item descriptions. Now this is where the nice part of Planning Center comes in, because at the item description I can do some editing here. So I can say, let's say for instance, the song starts with the chorus. Okay, sorry, everything now is in caps lock. Didn't see that. The song starts with the chorus. Okay. Instruments include the acoustic guitar, piano mixed with strings, or that synth sound. Alright, so basically you can just edit a bunch of stuff in here. You want the drummer to pay attention to the following. Maybe stay on the hi-hat and ring shot for the first part of the chorus. And then yeah, basically you can just describe whatever you want the song to sound like. So you can give very specific detail to the intro of the song. You know, let's say we are going to build bigger up towards the bridge of the song, whatever. So basically this is information that you give through, which everyone can see then on the main page, and we'll get there. So this is your item description. Now here we have additional notes that you can make, let's say to audio-visual, to the band specifically, to a specific person, or to the vocalists. So you can either type everything in here if you really want to. Otherwise, to the vocals specifically, vocals come in every time at the chorus, and then maybe say the last chorus we will sing in unison. In unison basically just meaning not in different voices, but everyone the same voice, everyone sings the melody. That just creates like a choir effect, just giving some dynamics to the song, whatever. So you can basically just edit this little window and then state, okay, that song is good, so I will accept, and then it just pops it into my main page. So this is basically how I build the entire set. So I just go into the next one and then do exactly the same. I go to a new song, I put that in, I just put down the detail, and then kind of build from there until I have 4 or 5 songs in line. Okay, so note here on the right hand side I have 2 little icons. One there is the notes. Okay, so these are the little notes that basically just are portrayed over there for the vocalist, for the band, or whatever. If I put something in for the band or for a specific person, that number would have changed. Okay, but here number 2 is basically 2 files that are available. Okay, so the first one that's available, if you click on that, it takes you to a YouTube link. Now that YouTube link is what we are used to basically when we send the stuff through on Facebook. So it's just a link taking you directly to the site and then to that specific video clip. So whomever then goes up to the page can immediately click on that and listen to the song and have a good idea of what it sounds like. They can use it to practice with either the lyrics or maybe the musicians. If the song is in the same key as what it is on the video, then you know they can practice along with the music. Okay, so that just basically takes us to the video clip. Okay, so the second little attachment we have here is a PDF file. Now this PDF file is the chord sheet. So if I click on that, it will then open up the chord sheet. So if I am a musician, then obviously this is what I'm after, because I want to be practicing at home, preparing myself, making sure that Saturday when I show up for practice, I am prepared. I've listened to the song on YouTube and I've downloaded the chord sheet, so it's possible for me to practice at home. And that's just going to probably make things a lot easier when we do or when we have the practice sessions on Saturdays. So yeah, this is just a basic chord sheet, just showing all the chords and the lyrics, and that's about it. So song 1 is done. It's done and dusted. I have the information on there and everything. Okay, so what if you cannot find a song on there? Like let's go to this part and we click on link song, and maybe you want to do a new song, or the song that you would like to do is not on the list. Obviously you will not find it because the search here is based only on what is currently already logged into the system. Right, so the best thing to do there is the following. So let me just cancel here. Okay, so here we go to songs. When you click on songs, it's going to open up all of the songs that you have preloaded onto your account. So here are the songs. Here you see 1,000 Reasons, Because He Lives, Cornerstone, Friend of God. These are just a few songs that I've already put in that we've done over the past few weeks. Obviously we will be building upon this list, basically just making it bigger and bigger and bigger and putting in more detail onto each of the songs. Okay, so if you have a new song that you want to do, you just go to add a song and you click on that, and then it gives you a CCLI number or a title. So let's pick any title. Let's say Jesus Messiah. Right, Jesus Messiah. I want the one done by Chris Tomlin, Daniel Carson, and Jesse Reeves. So I click on that one, and that then puts in the CCLI number, meaning it's a registered number for that song. That song is part of the musical mainstream all over the world, so it's copyrighted and stuff like that. Okay, that's basically what it means. So I just click on a chorus because it's a chorus type of song. It's focused mainly on the chorus. Just keep it on default arrangement. Then minutes, roughly 5 minutes and maybe 30 seconds for the song. Beats per minute, what I usually do is I already have an idea of the song in my head. So on my cell phone I would just have a metronome. So you can just download that from the App Store, and then you tap on your phone, and as you sing along, like Jesus Messiah, so you just tap on that, and then obviously it's going to give you the beats per minute. Let's say it's 85 beats per minute. You just put it in there. Speed, it's a slowish type of, between slow and medium, but I'll just say it's a slow song. The style, you're going to do contemporary, and then you select the key that you want it in. Usually Jesus Messiah we do in a C, in the key of C. So you just say it starts in a C and it ends in a C. Like if you select start in a C and it ends in a D, then somewhere in the chord sheet you're going to have a key change. Okay, so that's the idea of this. Right, so you accept, and then your song is officially created according to its CCLI number. Okay, so here you can put in some notes if you really want to. Usually I don't, because we're trying to keep this song very generic, just so that everyone can use it. But what I do sometimes is just add a sequence, like maybe start the song with a chorus, and then put in a verse, and then chorus again, and then verse 2, and then you have the bridge, and then the chorus. Maybe there's an instrumental part between, and then the chorus again. So this basically depends on the structure of the song. Of how you want to do it. So note this is a default arrangement, so preferably we would choose this to be the same as the song actually is done by Chris Tomlin. Okay, you can come and you can add a different arrangement, or you can just like type it in the notes at the main screen where you do all your descriptions for the song. Okay, so here you can add a key. So let's say the key of C, but I know sometimes we also do it in a key of G, for instance. Then you can just select that and you say, okay, we also do the song in a G sometimes, so let's just accept that, and then it'll throw in an additional key. So sometimes we do the song in C, sometimes we do it in a G. Alright, it depends on the worship leader. Depends on the set. If you do an acoustic set, you don't want very high-pitched voices singing out over all the acoustic sounds, because that doesn't make sense. And the other way around also, if you're doing a very hard rock contemporary type of set, then you don't want all the low keys. We are singing so low and no one can really sing or along with you or hear what you are singing because the music is too loud. So yeah, depends on the set, depends on the song, it depends on the singer of what type of key you're going to use. Okay, so that's my song. So I go back to songs, and it will show up here now. Right, there we go. There's Jesus Messiah. Right, this computer is lagging a little bit. It's a late Sunday afternoon, so it might be just as tired as the rest of the people around it. Okay, so here's Jesus Messiah, and note that there is already a PDF file on it, but if we go back to the songs, I'd like to show you the following. I mean the plans. Let's go to the plans. Right, so I wanted to do Jesus Messiah. It wasn't on the list, so I put it on the list now. Note, it's a little bit of trouble putting up a new song, but you only have to do it once, because if you've done it already, it's there. You don't have to edit it again. You don't have to go through this entire process again. If you added a new song and all its chord sheets and the links to YouTube and whatever, then it's done. I mean, so we are mainly going to work quite extensively maybe within the first 3 months, but after that the song base has been built up, and all the songs that we usually do are already on the system. So then it's very easy. You just select a song, throw it in there, do your editing, and then bam, you're done. Okay, so I want to add Jesus Messiah. So I go to link a song, and I just click on it. There we go. So it's loading, it puts it in, right? And then here again I can give all the details of what I expect of the song. Right. Again, notes for audio, visual, notes for band, notes for the person individually, notes for the vocals, whatever. Okay. If maybe perhaps you selected the wrong song, you can just unlink the song or change it. But yeah. Okay, so here's the following. We don't have a number 1 showing that there is a message, because obviously we didn't type in any message now. But note here that 10,000 Reasons has 2 different attachments where Jesus Messiah doesn't. Especially with the hymns, the very old songs, most of the time you won't have this type of issue because it's on public domain, meaning the song is not owned by anyone. No one is getting royalties for the song anymore because it's a very old song and it's in public domain. So there are no issues with chord sheets and things like this. So whenever you come across something like this, you basically just go back to song, and then you will see that there's a little link on the song itself. So please stay with me. No, at the beginning or in the start it may seem a little confusing, but once you get a hang of the system, it's extremely easy and very resourceful. Okay, so let's go back to the songs. Remember, we are trying to get the chord sheets out of Jesus Messiah. So here I am at my main screen with songs. So I go onto Jesus Messiah. Right, and then it gives me a editing screen of this song of Jesus Messiah. There is the CCLI number and the writers or the authors of the song, and here's a little bar that says files. So I can add any files onto this. Okay, so usually this is where I click. Then I can upload a chord sheet. Okay. First, let's just put in a YouTube link. It automatically goes to YouTube and it gives you an example of any one of Jesus Messiah's songs with lyrics or whatever. Let's just click on this one from Chris Tomlin. Just click on the little plus and then it throws it in there automatically. Okay, so let's add the song. Okay. What I usually do is the following. I need to add or upload the chord sheet for Jesus Messiah. So this is basically the step we usually take. So I go to Ultimate Guitar. Right. Click on Ultimate Guitar tabs, I usually use this one. It's fairly easy to use, and you can choose between chord progressions, like if you want to key up or key down. It's very useful like that. Okay, so Jesus Messiah, just click on that. So it should take me then to all the different chord sheets that they have on that. Let's just take this first one. Usually the ones with the most discussions are the most accurate. So just look at the amount of stars. If it has a good review, then obviously the chords are correct and the people don't have any issues with it. Okay, so here you can just click on transpose. So it's in a key of A at the moment because it's showing that it's on a capo on the second fret. Okay, so you play in a G, but it's capoed on the second fret, so it's in the key of A. So let's get that down. I don't want to use a capo, so just keep it then on a G. So these are the chords and the lyrics. So I basically just go all the way down to print. I click on print. And then it throws out this chord sheet. So just from the artist, get the artist and the song name and everything in there. Okay, and just copy all of that. And then you open up a Word document. Okay, and sorry, it's not gonna, the link is broken, so just copy again, just paste, there we go. Okay, so let's just put that in bold. This we can take out because I don't want to use capos and things like that on my chord sheets. I need to keep it generic. So there's the chord sheet. So what I do now is I go to File, Save As. Okay, and then here I can say Jesus Messiah, Chris Tomlin. Okay, and then I save it as a PDF. So I go Save As Type, PDF, click on my desktop, and I save. Right, so there it is. Jesus Messiah, Chris Tomlin. Good. So here's my PDF file. Now it's very easy. I just go back to Planning Center. Sorry, it's not there, it's here. Right, so remember the screen, drag and drop, or I can just click on Browse. Let's just drag and drop it because it always feels feels good doing that. So just take my little file, I pulled it down to the middle of the screen. Just take it from there and then just drop it in there. And bam, there's my chord sheet loaded onto my system. Now note again, you only have to do this once when you add a new song. Okay, so again, maybe the first 2-3 months it's going to be tough if you want to add some new songs to the system, but after 3 months it's going to be very easy because all of the songs are there, all the chord sheets are there, all the links to YouTube are there. So within the first 3 months, hard work, and after that it's going to be very, very easy to build your set. Okay, so that's done. And then I go back to plans. Wow, this computer is very slow today. Right, here we have July 31. Go back into that plan and come on. Right, so here we go. Jesus Messiah. There you see it changed to a 2. So there I have my YouTube link and I have Jesus Messiah Chris Tomlin PDF. Okay, so any one of them, if you click on them, it's going to take you either to the chord sheet or it's going to take you to the YouTube link. Okay, so basically, let's say we only have 2 songs that we're going to do for praise and worship. Then we have the Confession of Faith. Okay, so Confession of Faith, you can actually go and in this bar, let's say just the confession, you type that in there. Maybe it's going to take roughly 1 minute. Okay, and then you can actually just copy and paste the entire Confession of Faith in there. Right? So the whole thing is then copied in there, and you just click accept, and it's in there. Okay, then the scripture reading, you click on the little plus and you put in, let's say scripture reading, Acts 5, verses 1 to 7. That's going to take roughly 2 minutes, depending on how well the person can read English. But okay, so here you can just actual text. Maybe you can just put that in there. Okay, you don't have to do this actually as a worship leader. Maybe the guys from audio and visual, they are going to do this type of editing, or Pastor Paul might be doing it, or whoever. Okay, so this is the great thing about Planning Center, is that whomever has the right to edit this document through the week, they just come in here, edit their little part of responsibility, and by Thursday or Friday, when everyone is done, then this whole thing is set up and it's done. Okay, so sermon, maybe it says, say, Paul Lee, and Pastor Paul's going to keep us busy for about 50 minutes. Oh, sorry, you don't have to put that in. Okay, and then Pastor Paul can maybe come in here and then just give a just a description of the sermon, or the title of the sermon. Okay, and then you click on accept, and then we have the offering, and then obviously this is where the worship leaders come in again, and then you say, okay, offering song, I want to link a song. Let's just take the same one as Daniel used for the offering song today, which was Good Good Father. Now, Good Good Father, you'll note it has already been set up also. Description again. You can just put them in there for the band, for the person specifically, or for the vocalist or whatever. Put in your notes, whatever you want to say to them directly. And then Good Good Father is in there. Okay, so again, here you see that the chord chart is in there already, and the YouTube link is in there already, because the song has been preloaded. So note, it was very easy to just drag that in there. You don't have to go through that entire process. Where are the lyrics? Where's the YouTube link? Look for this, look for that, whatever. If it's done, you can just get it from the system, drop it in here, and you're done. Okay, so then we have the benediction song. I'm just gonna I think it is on the system already also. There we go. Because He Lives. Let's just pull that one in there. Roughly 3 minutes together with a prayer. Maybe give some notes or whatever, and then accept and put that in there also. Cool. So then we have Because He Lives, but I want it at the benediction. So I just move benediction up, just in between. There we go. So then benediction song, Because He Lives. Right. So all the different minutes in time of the songs and whatever, everything is basically calculated up to 74 minutes. So that also gives us a very good idea of, you know, how long we're going to be keeping the congregation busy. Maybe some of the songs might be too long, and that can give you an idea. Yeah, maybe just drop out the third verse of this song, or, you know, whatever. If you feel that the set is too short, then obviously you will see it immediately, and then you can just pop 1 or 2 extra songs in there. So this is a clear indication of roughly how long the sermon will be. And yeah, then you have everything in place. Okay, so nice little feature here. You can just say the book of Acts. Oopsie. Don't want that in there. Okay. Planned title will be EWS Worship Service. Okay. Again, just get that out of there. Good. Okay, now you can just maybe add some art or whatever if you really want to. Browse, just go get a nice picture of a guitar, or I don't know, the cross, or usually the guys use this if they have a specific theme. Like if all of your songs are chosen about the cross or about love or whatever, what would be nice to do then is to kind of get a nice picture of the cross and just put it in there, and then it's going to reflect that little picture. So everyone that goes into this page will immediately see, oh, okay, this is a nice picture, and immediately their brain is already kind of connected to this heart or the cross or the Holy Spirit. Maybe there's an image of a Bible verse that you put in there or whatever. It's not necessary, but it depends on what kind of person you are. Maybe you like pictures and colors and whatever, and feel free to do that. Okay, so our set is up and running. Everything is good. Now I need to schedule some people. Right, so I know what we want to do, but who's going to do everything? Right. So let's go to Ruben. Just click on Ruben's name. Okay, and I want Ruben to be worship leader, vocals. Okay, good. I already put that in myself, so that's why everything seems... Come on, save. Okay, yeah, I'm already scheduled for this position. Okay, that's why it's doing that. Okay, so schedule another person. Like here's vocals, for instance. Okay, there's the little drop down thing. Schedule people. Let's see, service times, worship leader. Let's go here. Schedule a person again. I can either do that, or I can go to needed positions. In fact, that's even easier to do that. That would be like schedule a person would be for the worship leader specifically, or for the pastor, or whomever is going to maybe do the scripture reading. But needed positions, you would, let's say, go to band, then acoustic guitar, I want one person. Bass guitar, I want one person. Drums, I want drums, definitely. Piano, I want someone on piano. And then electric guitar, someone on electric guitar. Obviously, worship leader is already selected, so don't do that now. Otherwise, it's gonna have an effect on. Okay, so here it says now I need a person playing acoustic guitar. So I select on that, and then I preloaded in all these names already, saying that Jae-young, he plays acoustic, Ruben plays acoustic, Youngbae plays acoustic. For some reason Daniel doesn't play acoustic, so I'll just edit that back in there. Okay, so let's say Jae-young, no, I want Jae-young to actually, so I'll play the acoustic. Okay, then accept. So the moment I accept, it's going to automatically send an email to Ruben stating that, listen, you have been scheduled for the 31st of July to play acoustic guitar, right? So bass guitar. I click on Jae-young. He's our bass player, our only bass player it seems. So I click accept, and that automatically sends an email to Jae-young. Then I click on drums. Youngbae is gonna play drums. Right. Piano. I haven't loaded up anyone to do piano yet. I'll get to that when I get the emails and everything of the rest of the band players. Okay, so electric guitar, just for interest's sake, just look at this. Let's click on Ruben. Look, here it says already, I'm doing two things. Ruben is already doing two things. So let's click on that. And then say accept. Okay. So I can still send the message, but now look at my personal profile. It says, you've been scheduled for acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and worship leader, which I've accepted already. So obviously there's an issue. So I would then just contact the worship leader and say, listen, I cannot play electric and acoustic at the same time. So there's a problem. So this is a nice little feature of the system that points out any errors. So maybe I'll just select electric guitar, and then here I will decline. Say no, I cannot do that. Reason, and then here is my reason. This is why I cannot. Regards, Ruben Ruiz. Okay, then I submit, and that then replies to the worship leader's email. Okay, so all of this is a great way to stay in contact throughout the week, and everyone can prepare. So all the emails have been sent. This whole list is already set up. Everything is running. Everything's perfect. So all I do now is I go to way on the right hand side. There's a little icon that says print. So when I click on that, it just gives me a standard report. So just stick to the standard report. Don't change anything. And then you just say accept. And then it's going to give you a PDF format of the entire program. So this is kind of the template that I showed you guys the other day when we had the meeting. And yeah, this is then basically what it looks like. There's a nice little picture of Sangdang Church. So then here, July 31st, the Book of Acts is the theme. EWS worship service. So length in minutes, we do the welcome, then we praise and worship. All my notes are there. Jesus Messiah, confession, the pastor doing the description of the sermon, everything. Good Good Father, which is the offering song, the benediction song. And here are all the people that are taking part in the band, the vocalists, the band, bass guitar, drums, electric guitar, and whatever. So this would obviously then add also the other vocalists when they are loaded onto the system, stating that maybe Grace and Thea and Marlon and whatever. Okay, so all their names will be on there. So a nice thing that you can do is this PDF, just like it is here, file, maybe save as a PDF on your desktop. So just this thought just came up to me. You can basically just go to Facebook, and then you just upload this whole thing, just like it is here. You upload that thing onto Facebook, as we have always done. So on the tech, to the tech team, to Cherubim members or whatever. So this thing is just loaded on there, and then everyone can just click on that, get the PDF, just to give them, you know, a description of what they can expect. But they will anyway get an email with a link to this. So the moment they get the link and they follow the link on their phone or their computer, then they will go automatically to this screen, and they can get the chord sheets, look at the YouTube links. They can even go to this little button here which says rehearse. This is very nice for the vocalists and the band members. So just go to download all PDFs. When you click on that, it's going to give you a list of all the PDFs, order of service, and the PDFs. So this would be obviously what you then also select when you get the entire packet of chord sheets and everything ready for practice. So you just click on that, it throws everything together, and it's going to give everything on one PDF. Should throw it out just any second now. Just open with. Okay. So it's called a songbook for the 31st. Okay, so obviously there's my whole list of everything again, and then here starts all the chords and the lyrics, and Good Good Father is in there, and so forth. Okay, cool. So that's a very in-depth run through of Operating Planning Center. I know that it's a mouthful and it seems like much, or a lot rather, but at the end of the day, as I mentioned earlier, you know, within the first 3 months it might be difficult just to get everything connected, everything ready, everything set, and maybe a little bit more work, especially if you are loading up new songs. But you know, if the song is already there and you need to add a song, you saw it's very easy. You link a song, you just click on it. If it's preloaded, everything is there. You add your descriptions and your notes, you accept, come on, and then bam, it's in there. Okay, so obviously this one, there's a YouTube link already on that one. I haven't added the chord sheet, but if it's added already, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, then I wouldn't have had any issues. It took me like 15 seconds, and there it is. So this will help us, especially in the future. If you can have this set prepared a week in advance, no one can come to practice stating that they are unprepared, because they have seen this, they've had this for a week already, and then you're done. Right, cool. Guys, thank you so much. That's me. I don't want to take up more of your time. So, yeah. Cheers.